What another insane week this one was, and Caposa really did some work finding these amazing regional indie MMA highlights so that we could compile this list for your all's viewing pleasure. And if these videos aren't enough for you, go give Caposa a follow on Twitter at Grabaka_Hitman to get clips just like these all throughout the week. What's going on, everyone? It's the Casual, Lawton Veerkant, and this is Caposa's Corner. Starting us off this week, we're heading to China to visit our friends at Zhu Changqing for their Night Cage Series event. This has a welterweight fight that sees Oregala, who has a 5-3 record, and his opponent Apar, who has a 13-5 record. This one was actually one of my personal favorites from this week, and here's why. Did you hear that? The liver kick heard round the world, and Apar has no choice but to fall in pain, and this fight is over. Oregala timed this kick perfect, and if he needed any validation, the clap that this kick makes had to have been enough. He secures this win just under 2 minutes in the first round and improves his record to 6-3. Moving on, we are going to Octagon 21 in Kazakhstan for one fight. Here, we have a bantamweight fight between Altunbek Magas, who has a 7-2 record, and he's taking on Nurbola Asgarbeck Ulu, who has a 7-1 record. So this one goes to the ground almost immediately, and it wins the most creative points for a submission today.
Asgarbeck пытается забрать ногу. Пытается вытянуть ногу. Wow.
Yeah. Did you see that one coming? A Suloev stretch? Not something you see every day, that's for sure, and Ulu was already dominating this fight, but once he secures that right leg and they roll over, the tap is the only logical next thing. A fantastic performance by Ulu as he gains this win, improves his record to 8-1, and is now on a 4-fight win streak. Up next, we are going to AMC Fight Nights 103 in Russia for one fight. This is a light heavyweight bout that sees Artur Aliskarov in the red shorts and with the 9-1 record, and he's taken on Ahmad Gasonov, who is in the black shorts and has a 4-0 record. We're actually in the second round for the first fight today, and it's nearing the end, but Gasonov wants to keep his record clean. A check lead hook that's almost an uppercut, and 4 hammer fists to send Aliskarov to the shadow realm. What a perfectly timed counter from Gasonov as he gets this amazing highlight knockout added to his resume, remains undefeated at 5-0, and hopefully can keep this streak up because with a few more wins, he will be very close to being in prime prospect status. Well, it is everyone's favorite time, and that time is Caposa's KO of the week. So we are going to ACA 126 in Russia, and this is a middleweight fight between Antonio Marcos, who has a 16-6 record, and he's up against Hussein Kushigav, who has a 14-6 record. We are past the halfway mark of round 1, and Kushigav is hunting Marcos, but not for much longer.
He's got the attention of Marco.
Oh, he's done! He's done! Wow!
Holy hell, a left hook that hits his shoulder, but then a right hook directly to the chin, and Marcos is asleep while standing up, and the cage is the only thing stopping him from falling down. I have never seen someone get knocked out cold and then being held up by the cage like this. Absolutely stunning performance by Kushigav as he ends this fight in style and improves his record to 15-6. Moving right along, we are going to KSW 62 in Poland for one fight. Here we have a welterweight bout between Andre Jaybeck, who has a 17-4 record, and he's up against Mariusz Zyromskis, who has a 23-9-1 record and has actually fought everywhere from Dream to Strikeforce and even Bellator years ago. Also, this is actually a rematch from last November where these two fought, but Jaybeck broke his leg, and now 8 months later, we are back and getting a very anticipated rematch between these two. So, fast forward to just 2 minutes into this fight, and here we go.
Zyromskis on the back foot, but that's a quick right. How can he finish? It's Fernando! Jaybeck has done it!
Just an absolute onslaught of strikes from Jaybeck that start with the body shot, but this huge straight right is what sends him down, only for the ground and pound to get the stoppage. Jaybeck earns his redemption from their first fight and secures this notable win, improving his record to 18-4. Now we are going to Battle Arena 60 in England for one fight. And full disclosure, we literally only have 6 seconds of footage for this one with no audio, but it had to be shown, so consider it an honorable mention. Did anyone order a front kick to the face? Yeah, that's Chrissy Mountford, who is a 4-1 amateur, and he's taking on Connor Norsworthy, who only has an 0-1 record. Mountford lands this beautiful front kick to the face, just collapsing his opponent. And I told you it was short, but we had to show it, so congratulations to Mountford as he gains this win and improves his record to 5-1. It's time to go visit our good friends at LFA 111 in Brazil, where we have 3 fights to show you. The first is a middleweight bout that sees João Dantas, who has a 4-0 record, and he's taking on Fernando, who has a 5-1 record. Surprise, surprise, nearing the halfway mark of round 1, and check it out.
You can tell him he's got. Big shot from Fernando, and a flying knee. Oh, wow. Over and out.
Oh yeah, a 1-2 combo to stun Dantas, followed by a flying knee and yet another 1-2 combo to send him down and against the cage. Absolute pressure being put on by Fernando as he knows he caught him with that first combo and does not let up, ultimately getting the finish. He gains this highlight reel for his resume and improves his record to 6-1. For our second fight at LFA 111, we have a lightweight matchup that sees Rodrigo sitting at an 11-2 record, and his opponent, Artur Lima, has a 9-1 record. Hey, look, we made it to the second round, but not exactly for long.
Top Brazilian lightweight. Oh, and that is all! Just like...
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was trying to take his head off with that left hook, and man, it almost worked. Rodrigo comes out ready for round 2 and lands this beautiful left hook knockout in just 20 seconds. There was some power behind that one as he secures this win, improves his record to 12-2, and is now on a 4-fight win streak, and we know the UFC loves to call up on LFA fighters, so this guy is someone to keep your eye on. We've only got one more fight at LFA 111, and this one is a bantamweight fight between Farish, who has a 10-2 record, and he's taking on Brano, who has a 13-2 record. So this one was actually the runner-up for KO of the week, and yeah, it definitely delivers.
Just throwing down, turning it into a stand-up war. Whoa! Over and out!
Oh yeah, an overhand right that sends Farish stiff and face first into the canvas. An absolute beauty of a knockout, and Brano knows it as you can see him just start the walk-off as soon as the right connects. What a performance as he secures this win and improves his record to 14-2. Surprise, LFA actually had 2 events this week, so we've got one highlight from Sunday night's LFA 112 event, and this one is a lightweight fight that sees Kanan sitting at a 10-1 record, and he's up against Junior Luis, who has a 7-3 record. There's something about LFA events and devastating hooks that just seem to go hand in hand.
This is MMA, I gotta be prepared. Whoa! And he was not prepared for that!
Dear Lord, a left hook from Kanan and followed by one single hook on the ground, and the ref steps in and stops this fight. Just a perfect read from Kanan right at the 1-minute mark of this fight, and he gets not only a fantastic highlight reel to go back and look at, but he improves his record to a crazy 11-1 and is yet another person you need to keep your eye on. So we only have one more fight this week, and it is at Future Fighting Championships Road to Future 2 event, also in Brazil. Here we have a flyweight matchup between Ronaldo, who has a 5-2 record, and he's up against Joelson Mack, who has an 11-5 record. This is something we don't see every week here at Caposa's Corner, a fight that makes it to the 3rd round.
Excelente!
Ouch to all of it. This huge right hook sends Ronaldo down as he lands folded on his tailbone and then proceeds to slam his head onto the canvas. Yet another walk-off KO as Joelson knows there's nothing else needed after that right hook lands. What a fight as he secures his 3rd win in a row and improves his record to 12-5. Yet again, we could not do this series if it wasn't for Caposa being the man, so please go give him a follow on his Twitter at Grabaka_Hitman. And if you love these videos and the hard work he does, you can also support him by going to his Patreon at patreon.com/Caposa. And a huge thank you to all of these organizations for hosting these events year-round for our viewing pleasure, and to the fighters, winners, and losers, and we will see you all on the next video. Peace!